Hello everybody and welcome back to Dr. Ghost Games. If y'all new to the channel, welcome. I'm Dr. Ghost and I make content for the game World of Warships Legends. Today we are going to be in the Tier 5 Japanese Premium Battleship Hyuga. You guys did request this on a poll I did not too long ago. I was wondering if you guys wanted me to post a video in the Hyuga, a video in the Saipan, or a video covering the new Brawl bullshit, pardon my language. And you guys picked the Hyuga. So yeah, we're in the Hyuga today. Hope y'all do like the video. It's gonna be a long one. It's gonna be kind of a special kind of one too. It's gonna come down to the wire. Now you guys are probably noticing something pretty weird. We're in a 4v4, and I'm going in the game chat. I'm like, hey guys, stop turning off crossplay. You're not helping anybody out. I want to actually have a full match. But nonetheless though, this match, I wasn't expecting it to do well, but I still recorded it, and luckily I did, because it comes down to the wire, and I think you guys are gonna enjoy it a lot. So, without further ado, let's talk about it, shall we? So yeah, the Hyuga Tier 5 Premium Battleship. Premium basically meaning that it makes more money, more XP, more global XP, because it gets premium bonuses, so blah blah blah, we already know that. Now the Hyuga is a ISI class battleship. Noriko, I hope I got this right this time. But I'm very positive I did. It's a ISI class battleship, and it is kind of like the Fuso. However, it's much better than the Fuso. It's got a little bit better hit points. It's got the same 14-inch guns, but on my build, I've got a much better reload by about 3 seconds, I believe. And yeah, now commander build up on the screen for you guys there. I'm running Takeo Takagi. We've got flammable cannoneer, gyrating drill bits, marksmanship, reaching out XXL, and will to rebuild. He's a legendary 3 level 16 captain. I imagine having a legendary 16. Jesus, that'd be crazy. But no, level 16 legendary 3, pretty high level, not maxed or anything, but pretty close to. Now, take that away. We're gonna put up the commander inspirations now for Takeo Takagi here. Now we're running Charles Madden. He has a unique ability called Aim and Fire. Decrease the reload time and increase the traverse speed of your main batteries. So our main battery traverse speed is increased by 5%, and the main battery reload time is reduced by 3%. Now for the other inspiration I'm running, I have Paulo D. Rebel here. Same kind of thing. Time is of the essence. We've got quicken the reload time of your battleship's main guns, which is about -6%. So that's how we have our reload so low. Now keep in mind these inspirations aren't fully like leveled up, but I get around that reload. So I go from having like a 30-second reload to having like a 27-second reload. So yeah, we're gonna take away the commander inspirations now, and we're gonna talk about the Hyuga a bit more. So yeah, now if you guys notice, the Hyuga has some pretty cool unique perks, and it has a reload booster. That's right. It's got a main battery reload booster. So I'm able to, if I want to at any point, I can real quick, fastly reload my guns and get basically 24 14-inch guns downrange in just 10 seconds. It's pretty nasty. That reload booster can come in handy if you need to quickly deal with somebody, or if you get a broadside target, and yeah. Now speaking of broadside targets, we take a broadside shot here at this enemy Hyuga. It looks pretty decent. Unfortunately, I could not save our Legalitioneer, but it is what it is. But we do hit that Hyuga pretty damn hard there, bringing our damage up to 29,000. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Now, I want to talk a little bit about the Hyuga a bit now. So the Hyuga, as I've said, it's an ISI class battleship, so it's not a Fuso, but it's something like that. And yeah. So the AA on the Hyuga, it's nothing crazy, but it is there. It's all right. Now the main guns, of course, on the Hyuga, you've got the 356mm 14-inch guns, I believe. They're pretty damn good. They're kind of inaccurate, as you guys can see there. The standard Japanese troll dispersion at its finest. The guns, though, are pretty good. Don't let that fool you. I've got the reload down pretty nicely. I am a dispersion build, too. I've got all the stuff on there to help me with that. Now, the one downside to the Hyuga is because I'm running a dispersion build, it increases my chances of getting set on fire because of flammable cannoneer and all that. So this thing burns, and it doesn't have a whole lot of armor to help litigate the HE damage. So you're going to get absolutely plastered with HE. There's nothing you can really do about that. Now, the speed and maneuverability of the Hyuga, it is pretty good. At least the speed. You can get up to like 27, 28 knots, I think, somewhere around there. It's pretty decent. It's nothing like, you know, Dreadnought levels for the Americans, at least. At least you can actually get around the map pretty quickly. Now, the rudder on this, not the greatest from what I've played with. not the greatest. Speaking of rudder, I forgot to go over the modifications I have on here. For anybody that's interested, I run aiming systems and I run propulsion mods. So if you guys want to copy that, you guys are more than welcome to. Now for the armor on the Hyuga, it's pretty standard for the tier. I think it has about 25, 26 millimeters. I think you can ricochet 14-inch guns off the bow and stern, but everywhere else, if you over-angle, you will get slapped. So be careful, but you do have guns to ricochet 14s, I believe. However, 15s are up, will go straight through you. So Bayerns, Queens, Warspites, etc., they will go straight through your bow and stern like butter and absolutely slap the crowd above you. So you got to be careful about that. Now the belt armor on the Hyuga, it's actually pretty good. You do have a little bit of torp protection there as well, but don't count on it. You don't want to be taking torps. You are a big battleship, so, you know, keep a weary eye on the horizon. Now, luckily, in this match, there was no destroyers, so I didn't have to really worry about torpedoes at all. But I had to worry about basically dealing with the whole enemy team here. It's just me and this Queen Elizabeth left. And this is what I'm about to say, guys. It's about to get really close. We're losing this game, but you guys will see what's going to happen. It's going to be pretty nice. Now, is there anything else to talk about the Hyuga? I think the secondaries, too, if I'm not mistaken, I think, because most of the Japanese battleships have the AP secondary. So if cruisers get within range, that AP will absolutely obliterate you. It's not uncommon for the secondaries to Citadel you. It won't actually pop up as a Citadel, but it will do Citadel damage, like 3k a pop. So AP secondaries, I believe, are on the Hyuga, but you guys could do your research. I might be wrong. I actually don't know off the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure they are. Most Japanese battleships have AP secondaries. Now, Queen Elizabeth pulling through. He manages to take down the Hyuga. Thank God of this queen. This Queen Elizabeth has been a huge help, and I thank that queen if you're watching this video, because he's actually been doing pretty good this game. He's been getting focused, though, so he's not doing too great. Now, we got our first Citadel off the Graf Spee there. Graf Spee's just going broadside. I don't know what he's thinking. Maybe he's got sudden shit to the brain. But, yeah, it's not working for you, bud. And hopefully we can get another Citadel, and yeah, we do. Bringing our damage up to 77,000. Not too bad at all, but we're not done yet. We've still got to keep, you know, we got to keep angling, keep dealing with these guys. And actually, yeah, we get another Citadel, taking the Graf Spee down. So now it's pretty even, 2v2. I like to see it. Now, I make a mistake here. I should have turned and got my guns on the other side of the ship and stuck with my Queen Elizabeth, because if she had will to rebuild, I probably could have kept her alive. But it works out in the end. You guys will see why. But it might be my fault why the Queen died, and I'm sorry if I did contribute to that. I didn't mean to. But yeah, it is what it is. But at least we end up, you know, winning the game at the end. Spoiler alert. So, I don't know. If it's stupid but it works, it's not stupid, I guess. So, notice we got our high caliber, by the way. We're up to 93,000 damage. Not too bad at all. Now, real quick, guys, I want to remind you just to stop turning off crossplay. Nobody likes these 4v4 games, alright? Just saying, like, we want to play standard, usually to get 9v9s, not 4v4s. Sorry, but this isn't Brawl, okay? Or this isn't Arena, so I don't know. But that's just my kind of take on it. Now, Queen Elizabeth manages to take down the Emile before she goes down. Awesome. So now this game is basically a 1v1 situation. It's me versus a California. Now, the California, if you guys are not aware, has a lot of guns too. It's got 12 14-inch guns just like me, but the difference is I have better reload, yeah. Now, it's a pretty tricky fight. If he knows what he's doing, he can absolutely destroy me, so I gotta be careful here. And I am aware that he has been spamming HE for a while, so I'm probably expecting him to have HE loaded when I come around this corner, so I'm not too worried. But just in case, I am coming around, ready to angle. You gotta be very careful, especially in these 1v1 situations. Any wrong move could be your downfall. One wrong move, one over angle could be it. And thank God I did angle. Oh, nope, he has HE loaded. Never mind. Yeah. So we're going to see, since he just fired his front guns and he has HE loaded, we're going to turn. We got our front guns off, and that looks pretty decent. We might get some pens. And unfortunately, we get overpens. Nothing much we can really do about that. We get the back guns off. I'm hoping those will do something a lot better. And we get some better results. We get a penetration and an overpen, and a couple ricks. Nothing we can really do about that. But it's a better result from the last salvo, to say the least. Now, I am going to turn out. I'm thinking that this California is still going to have HE loaded. So I want to start turning out. I don't want him to ram me. I don't want him to do a drive-by. This ship is not particularly great in brawling situations. I like to keep people within at range. Now notice I switch over to the high explosive, and he actually loads AP there. Thank God I angled, because that could have been worse for me. But notice I'm switching over to the HE because, as we know, the HE for the Japanese is very good. I haven't talked about it in this video because I've been saving it for this moment, but the HE, it's pretty nasty, and you guys are going to see what I mean. If you guys have an angled battleship, for example, switch over to the HE and burn him down, because you guys will see what I'm about to do to this man. It's not going to be fun for him. And also, not to mention, it's a California, so he has an absolutely crazy amount of superstructure. He's got a lot of AA and all that stuff. We're just going to plaster him with the HE. Now, we get a single fire. He puts it out. I don't ever recommend putting out single fires, by the way. Bad idea. It usually never works out in your favor, usually. But he does it, so we're going to utilize, hopefully, on his mistake there and maybe get another fire. Now, the fire chance on the Hyuga, I think it's around 40%, maybe 30, somewhere around there. I don't know it off the top of my head. I don't ever look. But we get another fire nonetheless. I mean, it is 14-inch shells, giant 14-inch shells, smashing into him at the fucking speed of sound. Pardon my language again, second cuss word in this video. Sorry, but that's about it. I don't know why people put out single fires, especially when you know that you're going to keep getting HE spammed. What's the point? You're going to get set on fire anyway. I mean, jeez. You might as well just let it burn, because you never know. You might get double fired and you're not going to have your DC back. You know what I mean? So it's never usually a good idea. Although I do it sometimes too, so I don't know if I can really be the one to say don't put out single fires. I might be a hypocrite there, but I don't know. It's just not usually a good idea. And I'm trying to aim a little bit more in the front because I want to get a frontal fire on that California there, on his bow maybe. And unfortunately, we don't hit him where we need to. But we are getting the defense ribbons. That's very important. And notice our damage, by the way. We've skyrocketed 146,000 damage. And by the way, we got a double fire. And of course he DCs that. That makes sense to DC. So I'm hoping that before I get around this island, I can get my back gun off and maybe get a fire. Who knows, right? So we take that one shot with the back gun, and those look pretty good. Those look like they're both going to land. And they do. And yes, we get the fire. Let's go. So that's going to burn on him for a little bit. And now we need to actually turn towards him because he is in our cap. And if we let him just stay there in cap, we will lose this game. So I have no choice here but to push him, because if he just decides to sit behind that island and use his concealment and never get spotted again, we could lose this game. So I need to quickly turn around, get heading towards that cap, and defend it. That's very, very important, because I don't want to lose this game, guys. We've been working hard up to this point. I want to pull this out of the bag here and actually win this game for our team. And yeah, now notice the damage is still ticking. We are still getting fire damage on that California. Unfortunately, the plane that the California put up is still kind of spotting me, so he actually can see what I'm doing here. He can actually have an opportunity here to maybe outposition me, but luckily I think it's going to work out in the end. Obviously, because I did kind of spoil it earlier, but you guys will see what's going to happen. So 159,000 damage so far. It looks like the fire has stopped because our damage stopped ticking. So it looks like the Cali put out the single fire, and we're gonna come up here and hopefully crap on this guy and finish him off. He must be super low on HP. He's been burning down up to this point like a freaking barbecue. Okay, so he's got to be dead. Now I switch over to the AP because I feel like he's probably going to be broadside when I come around this corner. He's probably gonna think I have HE loaded still. And it's always a good idea to have AP loaded regardless in a brawling situation. And I know it's going to be a brawling situation when I come around this island because it's going to be super close quarters. I mean, it's in a capture zone. So I want to be ready just in case he decides to pull something out of the bag, tries to drive by me. So I want to be ready with the AP, ready to smack him and finish him off. Now our AA is going off on his fighters there, and they're not doing really at all, not doing much at all. So really not much we can do about that. Now, I need to race towards this capture zone and get in here and hopefully defend it. Now, actually, our maximum speed, now I look at it, is not 27 knots. It's like 23 knots. But, yeah, he's on, like, no HP. Notice there. We smack him with our front guns. He's on, like, 1 bar of HP, 5k HP, somewhere around there left. And we get the back guns off, and down he goes. Beautiful. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen, for today's video. Actually, the last video of the week. So I hope you all did enjoy it. Nonetheless, victory. We carried that game along with that queen. It could not have been done without that Queen Elizabeth on our team. 169k, 2.6k base, high caliber. Oh my lord. Not too bad at all. If y'all like the video, like it, subscribe. Thank you all for 1k subscribers. Once again, you guys are freaking awesome. But anyways, I will see you all in the next video on Monday. Have a great rest of your weekend. I will see you all next time. Peace out. Stay healthy, as always.